Following episode may contain adult themes and language. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to History and Mystery in Kansas City, the history podcast about all things unsolved and unexplained in Kansas City and the surrounding areas. I'm Laura.
And I'm Tahlia.
And we are a little bit late doing this, but I was down with the plague. But this is our Christmas episode.
Down with the sickness.
Christmas.
And I got trapped in Texas. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was not fun. But I'm here. We're alive. We're here.
Yep.
You know, it's still the season.
Yes.
Seasons, I guess, endings.
And I'll try to get it done as soon as possible, edited and stuff.
And you know what? It's fine. We're usually behind the curve.
Yeah.
With trends.
Yeah.
But that's totally fine. We take the time and due diligence to make sure we get our facts straight. That's what it is.
Yeah, this is
That
going to be
massive eye roll.
This story is, of course, pure fact.
100%. We're going to be talking about some seasonal cryptids.
Yes.
And
our favorite subject of all time.
And it's going to get wild, and there's going to be accusations thrown. And it's insane.
So maybe we should throw out the word allegedly?
Oh, there is no... It's not an alleged thing. This is 100% pure fact. And, you know, some people are going to get their feelings hurt, but this is truth.
Show this episode to your kids.
Yeah. Maybe not. There's a little bit of nightmare fuel probably into this.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start out by telling you about the Yule Cat.
Yule Cat.
So I'm going to try to pronounce this. The Icelandic name for him is Jólakötturinn.
Well done. There's no way I would ever be able to pronounce that.
Yeah, well, I'm trying. So let me know if I butchered that. The Yule Cat is said to be part of Rila, a giant ogre. Or she's the pet of Rila.
Oh.
Or Grilla. I'm not sure. It's Gryla.
Gryla?
Gryla? She is a giant ogre, and she's kind of a witchy ogre.
We like witches.
And she has 13 children who you might recognize, I don't know, as the Yule Lads. Have you ever heard of them?
I think once in a Drawfee video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Where they were drawing Christmas cryptids.
Oh my god, yes.
If I am remembering this correctly, if it's the group I think it is, then yes, I have heard of them. But it's been a couple of years now since I've seen that video. So please.
Okay.
Remind me.
Let me first describe Gryla. She is a cannibal. She eats children who misbehave.
As most witches.
Mm-hmm. She has 15 tails, 3 heads, each with 3 eyes, bad nails, goat horns, long hair. She wears dirty rags. She has a horrible face. I mean, she's got 300 faces. Pale, wrinkly skin, a crooked nose.
300 faces on 3 heads?
It says she has 300 heads.
Oh,
each
300.
with 3 eyes.
300 heads?
Yes, so she has 300 faces. She has long, sharp claws.
Long, sharp, ugly claws.
Mm-hmm. She kidnaps children in a sack and takes them back to her cave to be boiled alive in a cauldron. So, fun. Her children, the Yule Lads, have really funny names.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Please allow your children to listen to this episode.
If they're not good, they're going to be trapped by the cannibal troll.
We need to bring back traumatizing children to behave.
Lore. Mm-hmm.
Or at least stories of it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Keeps them in line.
Yeah.
So these are the names that I found. They're already translated. I'm not trying to pronounce all of that shit. So this is how they're translated. Door licker, stubby, spoon licker, bowl licker, door slammer, skeer gobbler, gully gawk, sausage swiper,
Oh.
the sheep coat clad, pataskafil, window peeper, doorway sniffer, candle beggar, and meat hook.
Is this all one person?
No, these are the 13 lads.
This is just one person. One naughty person.
No, there's 13 of them.
I'm a swipe your, what was it? Sausage swiper?
Yeah.
Oh. Girl.
Yeah. So that's her children's names. And apparently Iceland doesn't have like Santa Claus. So these guys are kind of known for either coming and bringing children toys or causing mischief in the town and being
Like
really mean to the
stealing
kids.
people's sausage.
Yes. Doing really just inconvenient things like that. But for the good kids, apparently, they come and bring toys.
Wow.
Yeah. So the Yule Cat is their pet. And he is said to be the size of a house. And he looks like a Norwegian forest cat with really long hair, really long whiskers, sharp claws.
I want to make this cat purr.
I know, I want to
Give
pet
it
the baby.
scritches.
Yes. He's described as being huge, larger than a building. He's got dark fur and sharp whiskers. He has glowing eyes, which can be blue, red, or yellow. Typically, it shows it in red.
So he has LED eyes.
Yes. He usually resembles the Norwegian forest cat, like I said. And because he has the long fur like that, he does really good in the snow and the winter temperatures. And he's sometimes shown wearing a red collar with a large bell. So,
I mean, that's every cat.
yeah, sometimes Grilla or whatever her name is, puts a collar on him, and sometimes he goes without.
Well,
Depends on his fashion mood that day, I guess.
you gotta know where your cat is.
Yeah. So there's a lot of conflicting thoughts on how the story originated. The first is that maybe the legend comes from a figure of speech that roughly translates to dress the cat, and it was misinterpreted to be a monster by later authors. Another is that the Yule Cat was a traditional follower of St. Nicholas, Santa Claus.
How interesting.
So he maybe Santa Claus' pet too, I guess.
How interesting.
Yeah. Another is that the Yule Cat dates back to traditional Christmas celebrations where performers would dress up as animals and dance around.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. The Yule Cat is something of a bribe for children to be good. So you'll get a new sweater and a pair of socks on Christmas, but if you misbehave, you will not get a new sweater or socks, and you'll be eaten by the Yule Cat in a horrific and ghastly way.
Why did they word it that way when they could just say, if you misbehave, you'll be eaten? What, is Yule Cat going to drop off a sweater and socks for your corpse?
No, because...
Right, so why would you have to tell people you're not going to get them? You could just say, dude, you're going to die. You're not going to get your sweater. You're not going to get your socks. I don't know why I'm saying it that way.
I don't know. Well, we'll come back to that idea. Maybe I get into that later.
Yeah, maybe.
So
it has to be worded for legal reasons.
maybe. So Grilla, her crew is her, and since she's a witch. Online, I found that there is a Celtic legend called the Cat C, and he's very similar to the Yule Cat, but it predates the Vikings, and it has led researchers to consider that Celts may have been on Iceland before the Vikings, possibly bringing with them tales of the Cat C. And the Cat C is said to trap human souls as they transition to the world of the dead. But the Cat C is a witch in animal form. And so since she's a witch, they kind of compare the two.
What if the reason why Grayla takes a liking to Yule Cat is because Grayla is Catsy?
Yeah, maybe.
In, I guess, ogre form.
Yeah.
And has like 300 heads because of all the souls
Yeah.
that it's messed with over the years.
Yeah.
And all these whippersnapper children names for its children because they're tormented souls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
could be.
crazy.
Yeah.
See, you never knew you needed a conspiracy theorist on your show.
No, I do. Grilla, she shared space. They're basically from a place in the sagas,
The sagas?
and that's a place where other cat-related monsters, such as the Scoffin and Skugga Baldur creatures, are from.
This is the plot of Exploding Kittens.
And the Scoffin and the Skugga Baldur are born from the union of a cat and an Arctic fox, and is said to kill humans in mere seconds. So they're all from that same place as Grayla
Like
and the Yule Cat.
Exploding freaking Kittens.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen the card game, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain that that game is probably was like, hey, history.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's in a card game. Yeah. Oh, that's insane. I love cats.
And one of the articles I was reading, the author was saying, or the writer was saying, that Christianity did a number on cats' reputation, and they were omitted from the Bible, and by the Middle Ages, cats had become inextricably linked to paganism, witchcraft, and the devil. So,
Which is funny because they used to protect the graves of the of the ancient Egyptians.
yeah.
Although part of the reason why that is
But
because
they weren't religious like with Christianity.
No.
So they were
But-
cool with cats.
I mean,
Christians not so much, I guess.
just because I'm sorry if I offend anyone, Christians don't like fun.
They don't like cats. What's
They
wrong
don't
with
like
cats?
happiness. They like torture. And they like, and I mean that in the sense where they like to be sad.
Persecution.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the person they follow was. And I'll get into this here in a little bit with my cryptid. The controversial one that I'm about to bring up. It's about to get worse. I'm so sorry, listeners. But if you look at everything in that, yeah, no wonder why they don't like cats, because cats they're chaotic.
No, they are.
Everything they do is for fun or their own enjoyment. That's it. They're
narcissistic bastards.
They're life as you know it. And when life gives you a lemon, on the first of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
Okay. So
Listeners are going to be like, what is all this about lemons? We'll explain later.
So
Maybe.
I will link all of my links, all of the resources below, but I found a really good quote from one of the sites I went to, and it says, "How is it that the house-sized cat with a thirst for human blood and knife-like whiskers could be brought to its knees by the mere sight of snazzy new socks or a new sweater? This part of the legend is purely pragmatic. It was an attempt to increase worker productivity."
Everything is.
It started back in the day when the winter months were really long and people were out of work, and to encourage people to work and stay busy, they would work with wool, and most households would like make socks and sweaters and hats and things. They were poor and they couldn't afford to be lazy. So the stories of the Yule Cat encourage people to work harder, basically.
Gotta get that new sweater.
Yeah.
Yule Cat 2024.
So I thought it was funny.
Oh my god. That is an amazing story. I'm sorry. My ADHD fucking brain over here is like, hey, we should start a company and I'll learn how to make socks and sweaters out of wool and shit called the Yule Cat, and like make fancy like festive sweaters and socks.
Yeah.
That's insane. And just say it's from the Yule Cat.
Yeah.
We can make so much money.
Yeah, so it's not the Yule Cat that brings the clothes, but basically what it is the parents will be like, you got to be good, and then you'll get this sweater that I made you. And then if the kid isn't good, then they don't get the sweater and the Yule Cat attacks.
Does the Yule Cat like decide to steal the sweater after eating the kid?
Yeah, I don't know.
The way it turns it into a ball and plays with the yarn?
Oh, that'd be a good idea. But no, I couldn't find anything about that. He only likes children without new clothes. Like, he only likes to eat children without new clothes.
You got no new... That's last year shit. That's so last year.
Yeah, he's just a fashionista.
That's so last year.
Yeah.
How freaking dare you be in my presence with that?
It said, the websites I saw said that he'll like stand outside of their windows and like stare to see who's getting new socks for Christmas.
Little cat eyes, little ears. Boop.
Yeah, but he's as big as a house.
Yeah. Oh, the big old like cat eyes, just like with the freaking
you just
iris.
See one eyes. Yeah, you just see one eye through the window.
It's fully dilated. It's darting around the room. The whole house is just vibrating from it purring.
Oh, I see those socks. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's all I got on the Yule Cat.
Oh, that's so amazing. So are you saying it's time for the big one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, listeners, it's about to get wild.
I was gonna say the hero of the tale, but
he's a something.
I can't say that. Yeah.
Okay.
He's the main event.
Let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
It's the early 300 AD time period.
Wow.
Like that soon after death of Jesus, right? And Christianity is becoming a thing, but there's still a lot of like persecution. And in modern day Turkey, now back then originally part of Rome, a dude is born.
A dude?
A dude. The dude, the one we all know and love, by the name of Nicholas. And at a young age, after his parents were brutally murdered in an alleyway in the middle of the night.
This is also a true crime episode.
he decided to pursue religion. And
mostly that's how it starts.
Yeah.
Somebody has some kind of tragic event or traumatizing event, and they're looking to anything to tell them what is the point of life and what is the meaning of all of this.
so early on in his life, he becomes a bishop. Like, this guy hasn't even gone through puberty all the way, and he's a freaking bishop.
Yeah.
And I think it was Myron, Bishop of Myron. I couldn't remember. And right before he becomes a bishop, he has some money in his account and stuff, and he comes across a man who has a problem, and he's really down on his luck, depressed and everything. Lo and behold, his issue, he has 3 daughters.
That's his problem?
That's his problem.
What's wrong with 3 daughters?
He couldn't get them to be married. He couldn't get them off to be wed. Nobody wanted to marry his daughters. And so Nick was like, all right, well, the reason why is because he couldn't afford to get them married. So he stayed up one night.
Maybe they wanted to be like cat moms.
No,
Just
during that time period, like, they had to be. Like, it was not seen as a good thing not to be married at their age.
yeah, I know, but that's stupid.
Yeah, it is dumb. I agree. And so what he did is he broke in their house, and in the middle of the night, on December 6th, is what they roughly say, he left coins in the socks of the man. And I think he left some other small things there for the other people. I don't remember. And so the dude was like, "Oh my God, I have the money to sell my children, to wed them off. I guess it's weird to say I have the money to sell the children, because that would mean that they're getting the money, or to buy their marriages or whatever.
Yeah, their dowry.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah. So people remembered him for that. And he became a priest. And he went to one of those outdoor sessions where priests and stuff are arguing with each other. And yeah, I forgot what it's like. They're like
a debate?
Yeah, like a debate.
Okay.
That's the word. Thank you. It was like a religious debate.
Okay.
Like I said, Christianity is still new at this point. So the argument on the table is Jesus as important as God? As a man, can a man be as important as a God? Or, like, is it more like whatever? And during this, like, this guy was going on for like 2 hours, and Nick got mad, just stood up and punched him in the face. Like, started to beat him up. It was like, dude, Jesus is important. Bam. And he got tossed in jail.
They're like the same. They're like the same importance.
Depending on what religion.
If they're part of the Trinity, I mean, Jesus, God, and the Holy Ghost are the 3 parts in the Trinity.
Father, Son, Holy Ghost, yeah.
You would think that they were all kind of equals.
You would think, but I mean, you can't have one without the other, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That makes, yeah.
I mean,
they're equals in...
At this point, it comes to the question of what came first, the chicken or the egg.
Yeah.
It's the same argument.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, he gets tossed into jail, and he had a miracle that night and saw the ghosts of Jesus and Mary. And they gave him new garbs and told him new lessons. And when the like then Pope, head priest, whatever dude heard about this, he's like, "Okay, dude, you're out of jail. Like, go do your thing. Have at it."
He was in jail for punching the dude in the face.
He not only was in jail for punching the dude in the face, he lost his bishophood.
It was so worth it.
It was so worth it. And then next thing you know, you see Jesus and Mary while in jail, and they just bestow you a new cloak.
Yeah. Huh.
And so he goes off, and he starts performing little minor miracles and stuff like that, like chasing off demons from one area with an axe, or like stopping people from being beheaded because of their crimes by saying, "How about no?" And so finally he ends up one night going into town, and he sees a like butcher shop, and he's like, something smells good.
Wonder what it could be.
I wonder what it could be. So he goes into the butcher shop. He's like, dude, what is in this barrel? Because it smells divine. Like, what is in this? Like, it smells really good. He's like, it's just meat, pickle juice. And Nick looks at it. Meat? Mystery meat, pretty much. He looks at it and he goes, hey, I'm going to call your shit on this here. I'm calling your bluff. Bullshit. And what do you know? He resurrects 3 children from the brine.
Yeah.
Necromancy.
Which is weird, because if it smelled good, you would think he would just try to, like, eat it.
Be a cannibal.
Yeah.
He felt the Holy Spirit in him say, don't eat the mystery meat. Never eat the mystery meat.
And they had been in there for a few
while.
days, right?
A while, because some accounts say it was like 3 days. Other accounts, like other like scholars or whatever, like people who believe it, the story in particular, say it was like years that they were in the pickle brine.
Oh. And
he just like resurrects them.
Wow.
And so he resurrected them, and the pickle boys, and yeah. So
can you imagine their parents if it was after years?
Yeah. They're like,
their parents are like 80 years old now, and they're
just like, my child Jeremy, I thought I lost you. Well, I guess they wouldn't be like that because this is like 300 BC and like 40 was like,
oh, true, they were probably already dead then.
Although Nick was old,
yeah,
he was like, people believe like white hair, white beard, and all that stuff. So I mean, depending on the person and their genetics, they could have that at the age of 30, but I don't think that's the case here. So he resurrected them and immediately became the patron saint of children.
Yes.
For necromancy. So the dark arts helped him here.
Yeah.
Although I suppose Jesus was resurrected. Was Nicholas there for that?
Huh.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, he wasn't, because this is like 300 years later, but I digress. Like, could you imagine though? Like, that's insane.
I mean, maybe he wasn't using dark magic. Maybe God was.
Well, I mean, resurrection is usually, in necromancy, is usually known as a dark art.
Yeah.
In most, like, because witchcraft and all that stuff.
Yeah, but maybe Nick was just such a good guy that God, like, worked his power through him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that or witchcraft. We don't know.
I just think not even witchcraft. I think that's just pure necromancy. Like, he was just like stuck his staff down, and like 3 pickle boys just go, I have been summoned. Yes, my overlord.
What about their souls if they were gone for years?
See, I have a theory.
Okay.
I'll get into this here in a second.
Okay, sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good to ask because it's going to come up here in a little bit. So he goes, he does his thing, he passes away, right? Like, people still celebrate him. He was well forgotten for a while, except for the Norwegians. And then when I want to say it was Norwegians. What was New York originally? Finland. It was Finland.
New York?
Yeah. Oh. And so, because the Finnish like came down and was like, oh, so like Finland, I want to say it was Finland. I could be wrong. One of these European countries were the only ones that could remember him and still celebrated him. Mm-hmm. And it was essentially Christmas, but on the 6th of December, not the 25th. And so it gets to America. Next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom, sleigh, reindeer, elves, freaking North Pole, like everything. But here's a fun thing, right? After his death, we're going to rewind the clock here, and then we're going to go back. After his death, his bones were scattered across, because he was buried in Turkey. But Italian pirates were like, yo, there's no way Christian people are going to be able to go and get the bones back from Turkey, like Islamic State at this point, right?
But why did they want them?
Because why did the Italians?
Yeah, whoever wanted to bring them back.
Because Italy, Vatican.
But
he's a saint.
Yeah, I know, but if he was from Turkey,
right? But
and he was like well known there, just like leave
they
him
didn't
there.
They didn't want like Turkish people to like desecrate his stuff, and they built a whole temple for him there in Italy.
Oh, still.
Yeah.
Like you would think you would just want to let his body rest in peace.
You have to remember, this is also the religion that says that they have the blood of Jesus. And they give it to people every year.
Yeah.
On a staff. With crackers. But so, which is also funny that you're drinking the blood, that you're literally you're a vampire. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I'm going off topic. But they decided to steal the bones. And they realized that his bones were secreting a healing goo. His little goo that would heal people. And that was another miracle. What do you know?
How many years back is this? Like after he died?
Oh, I don't. Probably I would say probably a couple hundred or so, because I mean he was bone at that point.
Yeah.
No like flesh or anything was mentioned. It was just pure bones.
Yeah.
But currently his bones are scattered across the world.
Oh.
Secreting its healing juices.
Just give me a leg bone. Let me suck on it.
Let me suck on that bone. I need that bone. Which one is this? 207? Oh my. But like, could you imagine just seeing one of these bones in a church?
Oh, that's so weird.
Apparently, a church in Chicago has his pelvis.
We should go see it.
We should go see Santa Claus's pelvis. So yeah, every year, some of these churches will just like go and collect the goop and just like heal people, apparently, rumorly. So this just barely gets into the cryptidhood of Santa being a cryptid. A cryptid.
Yeah.
Because he's still alive somehow. How is he still alive if we have his bones?
Yeah. And like so many people believe in him, but how many people have actually seen him?
Yeah.
Not very many.
Not very many.
One or two, maybe.
Do you want to know what I think?
What?
So you mentioned the children and the souls.
Yeah.
So once they're resurrected, their souls are gone, right? They can't
you would think, yeah.
You can't just bring back the souls of these people.
I mean, especially if it's been years.
Yeah, like,
and they might be reincarnated, and their souls might be in somebody else. What are you gonna do? Snatch them back out?
They're just soulless, but moving bodies.
So it's like a zombie.
They're immortal, you could say, because they couldn't die.
They
Elves
could die without a soul.
Where do you think he gets his workforce?
All the souls.
All the dead bodies that he can resurrect without souls. He's got those elves that are children, never aging children.
Yeah.
And what about those flying reindeer? And how he can stop time and deliver to every single house at exactly midnight.
Are the reindeers dead too?
I would assume so. Reindeers die. It's not like they're immortal.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
do
he's
they
just
have souls and he...
I'm assuming not, because they only listen to where he goes or tells them to go.
In real life, does a reindeer have a soul?
Oh, I would assume so.
Okay.
I assume everything has a soul.
Then that makes sense then.
Yeah. I mean,
makes perfect sense. 100%. That's what happened.
Yeah. I mean, one of them has a glowing nose, an LED nose. Like, come on. Like, he literally just stuck a freaking Christmas light in front of the nose. Like, just, it's a corpse. He can do it. Right? So they fly. That's another magical ability he can bestow upon people. He's able to stop time, No one has seen him, or very little people have seen him.
Is it dark magic, or is it still God working through him, raising reindeer from the dead?
That's the question.
And making his sleigh like fly. God's like, oh, it's December 24th again.
I don't know. Like, because here's the question. I mean, he apparently does more good than bad.
Yeah.
But nowadays, what does he cause? Panic, stress, anxiety.
Why?
Because you have to be Santa for your kids. You got to go to that Amazon, baby. Cash out that credit card. Max it out. Like, and then he still comes and drops stuff off.
Yeah. And you got to leave cookies out for him.
Leave out cookies. I guess that's just fuel for the dead. That's his spirit, because that's how he's able to keep his spirit alive, is sugar.
Does he have a spirit or soul or whatever? Because he's himself the undead.
You would think. But I mean, so was Jesus.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, at the same time, like, he has personality. He has everything else. None of the reindeer have personality, really.
Yeah.
Except for Rudolph in the animated series, but like everything else, or in the Santa Claus show, like movies.
Yeah, but
like,
we don't know if that's really
we don't know if that's really happening. Like,
yeah.
And
He might just be like half stoned all the time.
he could just be baked. Which is how he's able to eat all these cookies.
Oh, I was talking about that reindeer with the red nose.
Oh,
They're just like going through life because they're just zombies with no souls. So
that's
they're
what
just
he
like...
lost his nose one night. he saw it. Well, he originally had 8, right?
Yeah.
As he was flying by with his zombie deer, he sees another one just got hit by a truck. Oh no!
And its nose is ripped off.
Its nose is gone because it's blistering cold.
Yeah.
Well, I got one of these little Christmas lights from the house.
From the Dollar Tree.
Screws it in.
Yeah.
Nice. It's
Perfect.
lighting up.
So it's kind of
Now
like...
I can see at night. I
It's
got a
almost
headlight.
like Frankenstein shit, where
Hell
he's
yeah.
like putting different parts together.
He's a freaking cryptid. Now, he doesn't do anything evil that we know of.
No.
He has a naughty list.
Almost all cryptids are good at heart. They just are misunderstood.
Yes. And, like, here's the thing. He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. He's a freaking telepath. He knows your behavior.
Yeah.
He knows everything.
He's got so many special powers. Necromancy, mind reading.
The ability to control time. Because, like I said,
Yeah.
like, midnight, at exactly midnight, which is part of the fun, because I think that's part of the reason why, like, the Hispanic people are smart. At exactly midnight is when it's time to unwrap your gifts. Because they know. He stops time at 11:58, 11:59, with 59 seconds. Midnight, baby, boom. Twice the presence there. They're like, magic.
Yeah.
He's a cryptid.
Yep.
He's also part of commercialism.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I wonder if he gets any money from that. From capitalism, I should say, not commercialism. I mean, he's over-commercialized, but...
I mean, Bigfoot is probably owed big bucks off of everything everybody sells on him.
Yeah, but I mean, could you imagine if Santa were to get, like, residuals? He's got movies.
Yeah.
All of the all
He
the
probably
ornaments.
does. The government probably knows about him, and they're the ones sending him the check.
Every government. And then on top of that, like, obviously, they track his flight patterns.
Right, yeah. Yeah. You have to.
Yeah, that way you know, hey, don't send a plane over there. American Airlines, what are you doing? No, you're going to hit him. You're going to hit him.
Yeah.
Evade the zombie in the sky.
Now, here's a question.
Yeah, I've got an answer.
What about the children whose parents are very broke and they really don't get shit for Christmas?
You're shit for luck.
Why? Even if they're good.
Because capitalism. Gotta spend that money.
Because Santa said, fuck you in particular.
Fuck you in particular. I don't know. I'm sure maybe he drops something off. Whether it's coal to stay warm. Which is funny because that was actually a huge thing. that he used to drop off coal to the bad kids. Cool. That'll keep them warm for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Or they can save up for 15 years and grill a burger. Or like, I don't know, like put it under a shit ton of pressure, like family trauma, and like have a diamond.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he intended.
Yeah. Joel, the lump of coal. If you haven't heard that song by The Killers, it's amazing. Their Christmas album, Chef's Kiss. Yeah, it's amazing. Anyway, Santa, cryptid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Yule Cat.
Yeah, and he is. You know what? They're best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if him and Grayla share dual custody of him.
I think like a cat, he kind of just comes and goes.
Yeah. He's an
Yeah.
outdoor cat.
He just loves
He
to
just
go.
roams.
And he gets cookies and treats from Santa.
Yeah.
And he gets to play with all the undead elves.
Have you seen Owl Kitty? Any of the videos?
I have, yes.
That is him.
Oh my god.
Because he's usually black.
Yeah.
And he's got the fluffy fur and the bright gold eyes.
And just pure destruction.
Have you seen him attack Godzilla? He is amazing.
He's on the ship and he's just like...
If you haven't seen those videos, you need to watch them because that is definitely the Yule Cat.
Yeah, he destroyed that lizard.
But that's how
That's
big
the
he would
movie
be.
we need.
That's how big he would be.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm
Yeah.
down for it. He needs... Oh, man.
Somebody
I can
needs to
imagine...
redo an Owl Cat video and like put the red eyes and red collar on him.
Oh, hell yeah. I can imagine like a Yule Ball party with like all of the different versions of like the different cryptids from Christmas, like Grayla and the cat and all of Grayla's children, Santa, the undead elves, and like Krampus, and like there's like 5 or 6, Jack Frost.
Yeah,
he's a cryptid too.
Yeah,
he's what causes all the blisters and not blisters, blizzards and
fairy. It's not. I know it's not Christmas themed, but the Tooth Fairy, she's a cryptid.
Oh yeah,
yeah, well, all of those
best friends. Yeah,
all of those guys.
The Yetis.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But the only thing that I have to kind of dispute that with is cryptids are the term is cryptozoology, right? So zoology is animal and Santa is a person.
Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, he once was.
Yeah.
But I mean, what about think about it, like we got Sasquatch. He's humanoid.
He's humanoid.
Yeah, but how do we know
Santa
he's not
must
like
be humanoid?
Yeah, he's humanoid.
Yeah.
I mean, literally stop time. Like I mean, I guess in that sense, Jesus is a cryptid.
What was
I can't
that?
believe I just said that. I just zoned in on the microphone. I was like, did I just say that?
I thought you dropped something or something.
Yeah, knowledge on myself. Just going red alert down this rabbit hole of just pure chaos and conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
I'm not going to say Jesus is a cryptid, but I'm saying Santa is a cryptid for freaking sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about all the other saints? Maybe they are too.
Saint Patrick, definitely. There's not one person on this earth that can drink nearly as much as him.
I don't remember which one it was. It might have been Saint Michael. I can't remember. But when we were trying to sell our house, every time we've tried to sell a house, Chris's mom takes a statue of this particular saint and buries him upside down in our yard. And supposedly it's supposed to give you good luck. And we've sold higher than what we asked for every time.
I wonder if that's Patrick.
I don't.
What did St. Patrick do?
I don't remember.
Was he the one that was like the snake charmer and like got snakes out of the place?
I don't remember.
And then like he's Irish, that's all we know. And so that's why St. Patrick's Day is green because of Irish, and that's
Yeah,
not
I don't think it's Patrick. I don't remember. I'll have to look.
problematic.
But we have a little statue of him in the house
Huh.
somewhere. Chris must have him. I don't
I
know.
wonder.
Because after you
Maybe.
sell your house, you have to go back to the yard and dig him up. You can't leave him there.
He's just in the shadows, just watching you as
Yeah.
you dig his little statue, put him upside down on the ground. He's like, I will bring you
Well,
luck.
And the new owners are like, what are you doing in my fucking yard? We're like, we got to get our Matthew statue. Sorry.
I just bought this house. What am I going to do there? Put a shrub. It's not the place
he's
for
little.
a shrub.
He's little. He's like smaller than a Barbie doll.
Wow. That's insane.
But it has to be a blessed one from an actual Catholic store. It can't be one you order from Amazon.
It has to be blessed at a Catholic store?
Yeah. I think they bless all their shit. All their shit's magic.
I think in order for it to get blessed, you have to take it to a church to be blessed by a priest.
Yeah, but I think there's probably one in like a Amazon warehouse or somewhere, just throwing the holy water on them, put them in a box.
Espiritu Santi. It's got like a...
I don't know how it works.
Tisani water bottle. It's just like Espiritu Santi.
I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm pretty sure everything in the Catholic stores are blessed.
So if you buy something from a Hobby Lobby, it's just automatically blessed?
No, just the Catholic stores. They're specific stores with just Catholic relic shit in it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I thought
like
you
you
were
could-
meaning like every Catholic store.
No, like they're specific. Like they have the rosary beads, they have little statues of the guys,
Oh.
of the saints, and all that stuff.
With the candles.
Yeah, they have the candles and stuff, all that stuff. And I think, like, that's why they have those stores, is because those items are already blessed. From wherever they came from, I don't know. I could be wrong.
The warehouse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe there's a priest at a warehouse somewhere. I don't know.
Could you just imagine God just walking around with a water bottle? It has to be probably a silver water bottle.
Yeah. It's a flask, like on Supernatural.
Yeah, like he's like, I wanted to use this for whiskey. I don't know why I'm using this accent for this, but we are.
Yeah.
God, we're learning a lot in this episode. We're learning so much. We're learning that I am terrible when it comes to religion. And I'm probably going to hell.
Nah.
Well, I mean, we already knew that. There's nothing new on that. But, hey, might as well have some fun. Might as well have fun.
So I
Oh my
hope
God, if I can speak.
I hope everyone learned something new, because we sure did.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. So,
Santa is Turkish.
and
Remember that.
Turkish cryptid.
Turkish cryptid.
Yes.
Well, I mean, technically, I guess he was a Roman cryptid. Because technically, at that point,
Mm-hmm.
Rome earned Turkey.
Yeah.
He's a Roman Turkish cryptid.
Yes.
Necromancer.
Yes.
Remember that necromancy is looked upon highly as long as it's children you bring back.
I mean, I think it'd be fine if he brought back an adult.
But then he wouldn't be the patron saint of children.
No, true. He just doesn't care about the adults.
Nah.
I don't know. Sorry. I took a muscle relaxer.
He looks so relaxed. You're just like, yeah, here we go.
I got a pulled muscle in my butt cheek and it hurts so bad. I don't know what I did.
Sometimes we're at the age where we just wake up and things hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We pulled something when we slept.
I was like, I can't wait to take this. I gotta take it, even though it's gonna make me tired. It's probably a bad idea, but I took it.
Hey.
So here we are.
Well, anyway,
Anyway.
we made it through.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays in general. I will
Yeah.
try to get this out before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, festive dawning, a happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa,
All the things. And this is a regular episode, so
solstice.
it's going to go to everybody. So if you want to get more content, you can go to our Patreon. is patreon.com/history and mystery KC pod, or you can email us at historyandmysterykcpod@gmail.com.
It's all there.
Yeah, it's all on Patreon, all of our links and everything. And I'll link the references and everything. We need to just pre-record an outro.
Anyways, don't forget to stay awake, alive,
Try to stay awake.
and aware. Stay safe. Is that the outro? Stay aware, stay Stay alive, aware. What is it? I've done this so many times. I've heard it so many times. This is the first time I was going to do it to help, and I botched it.
Stay aware, alert, and alive.
Well, awake alert.
But awake. Yeah. So, aware, awake, and alive. Yes. That's perfect.
Anyway, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Where's my mouse?